Joining me here is Andrew Clifford from Chief Investment Officer of Platinum Asset Management. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. A lot happening in the world. Let's talk about the Ukraine, which several people are fretting over. How do you think investors should be thinking about what's going on over in the Ukraine at the moment?
Yeah. So the issue for investors of all kinds is that we really can't have any great insights as to how a situation like what's going on in the Ukraine will develop. We've got no idea whether it's going to escalate or further settle down. Really, though, as investors, we're buying individual companies, and we can really get some sense of, we really again need to come back and focus on the long-term opportunities for the businesses that we're investing in. And in that context, the way we would see what's going on there is that, to the extent markets have been disturbed by these events, these really are opportunities to come in and buy stocks that may have become cheaper as a result of it. For example, there are a small number of Russian companies in our portfolio that we have actually been adding to during these periods. So one example, Kiwi, it's a payment system that's unique to Russia. It's a bit like a PayPal, if you like. Before the troubles in Crimea, we had that stock around $40 level. It collapsed into the 20s where we added to it further, and it's now back up in around $44 level.
Right.
Another one of our holdings, Sberbank, which is the largest bank in Russia, similarly had a good setback. We've added to it, and again are making money on those additional purchases. So really, I think that in a long-term sense, those businesses are short of some very major calamity in Russia and Eastern Europe. Really, they've got very strong long-term prospects that are really unaffected by these events.
So your advice is really relax about that situation and look at a medium-term view rather than the 5-minute view.
No, I think you have to, and I think that's all that we can do. And that we may always end up preempting things by doing so. And that's really just then about having the right kind of portfolio positioning, so that we've always got some flexibility to make additions when stock prices fall. However, if you do want to worry about things that are going on in the world, I actually think this is the wrong part of the world to be worrying about. Really, I think much more serious concern is what's happening in the South China Sea, where we have China going in and putting an oil rig in Vietnamese waters. They've also been having sort of various run-ins with the Philippines in the same area. We have Japan being quite aggressive towards China regarding territorial waters as well. So these, I think these may tell us something about the longer-term picture of the type of world we're in, where, all the different, it's pretty much wherever we look, there are bigger economic problems that are worrying people, and that can give perhaps rise to some of these sort of other tensions we're seeing. But again, very hard to predict exactly where that.
And the same applies to that situation as
absolutely.
with Ukraine. Yeah.
So again, is that going to lead us to think about selling some of our Chinese holdings that are trading on bargain basement prices already?
Probably not.
No.
I think it's really interesting. Thanks for your insights. And the interesting bit is that you're seeing these things as an opportunity rather than a threat. And I think a lot of investors should take something from that.
Yeah, no, I think absolutely that is the approach that you need to take in these circumstances.
No, that's great. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for your time.